Hey, Angela Boo. I've been trying to reach you because you said you needed to talk. I told you to call me. You doing okay? Hey, D baby. What's happening, y'all? Y'all already know that we the talk with love. We are the talk with love, y'all. Listen, y'all. I know everybody already watched it. I'm a talking. I'm a cook at the same time. But y'all, I don't have your number. I thought I gave it to you from the Wi-Fi phone. I gave it to you before I hang up. Um, D. D. Let me see. Hey, Auntie. D. That's all I can say is D. D. Hey, Jimmy, baby. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm about to drop this link because I need somebody to talk to me and let me know what's happening. Um, y'all, I can't even get it out. And just say, hey, Auntie. Listen, I just watched the live. Y'all know the Purple Live. I have went over there and I have watched that thing just like everybody else. That woman had got up there and said that thing was not a skit, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. My heart goes out. Y'all hear me? My heart goes out. My heart goes out, y'all. And I know y'all seen it. I know y'all seen it. We're going to put this link in this chat in case somebody want to come up and talk about it while I'm over here cooking. She said, hey, boo, how your day going? My day is kind of disturbed if you talking to me, Jimmy, because, honey, my heart is in a mess. That's when you got love and you got compassion for people regardless of who they are or what they have done. This thing is big, y'all. This is real, true life, a social media relationship right in front of our face. Angel said, me too. I've been there. Angel said, hey, Miss Jimmy. Listen, y'all. This is not a skit for the people that said it was a skit. This is not a skit. This woman have confirmed this thing herself. Let's talk love. You know, I don't follow certain things, but all day this has been. Hey, Auntie, baby. Yeah, let me see what Jimmy said. Don't be disturbed. Leave it in God's hands, sweetheart. Everything's gonna be all right, honey. Can't take everything serious. Right. It's sad. My heart goes out to her. Yeah, we can't take everything serious. I didn't take it to heart. I just prayed because see, that's the best thing that you do for people that you don't know, especially. But when you watching this, you can't help, but to think about it. You can't help but to think about it because it goes back to the woman that was getting her hair done at my daughter's shop. And it goes back to the woman that was getting her hair done in my daughter's shop. And then the next morning, she was gone. She was gone, y'all. So that's why it was such. It's a big deal to even play like that. Like you can't even play like that, even if it's not real to some people. You can't play like that because it's triggering people. And I was looking at a lot of the comments, and a lot of the women in the comments said they was triggered. It brought back memories and stuff for them. Y'all making spaghetti and some meatballs. Put y'all right here. Okay, let's see. This is very sad, but this is what happened when you don't love yourself. Whoo! D, that's strong there. That's strong. Wow. Wow. Y'all, when they asked her, was this a skit? I couldn't take it. When they asked her, was this a skit? That woman said, no, this was not a skit. D said she had to log off. I did too. I said, let me go live and check on my people because I know a lot of my people have been through this, and for us to see it, that's serious. That's serious. Like you just can't that's serious. But then in a sense, let's see. That's what I said. Let's talk with love. That's what I said. It triggers people like myself. You can't play with domestic violence. That's not a real thing to play with. Exactly, Jimmy. Exactly. You cannot play with people like that. Hello? Hello? I'm on the other line. I'm on live. I'll call you back. Bye. But yeah, you can't play with people like that because it triggers people. I got the link dropped already. Let me do it again. I'm glad you coming up so I can cook and talk at the same time. So I can cook at the same time, y'all. Whew, child. There you go, D. Y'all, it's just heartbreaking. But those two, they stepped in and they followed the leader about, what they going to do and how they going to do it or whatever. But, I got a little bit of, I'm in my feelings about that a little bit because we didn't drop him when he was, talking about children and molestation and stuff like that. We didn't drop him then, but I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to keep this thing with love, y'all. I'm just trying to keep this thing with love. We didn't drop him when he was. There you go, baby.
What's up, Queen?
Girl, D.
What? Don't even talk about it.
D, you had to log off.
I logged off. It hit me so hard. It hit me hard until to a point I started getting dizzy. I had to lay across my bed.
Jesus.
I had to lay across my bed, and how I felt like it hit me because when I seen her post, it was a skit that took me out because I knew it was not a skit.
Exactly.
And I understand she probably didn't want to put people into her business, and that's okay because that's what it's about sometimes. Sometimes we do that. I talked about that earlier. We don't want to put people into our business. Right. But my thing is, you cannot keep, and I'm going to say this again, you cannot keep saying things like this is a skit because you are giving him power and control over your life. And every time he does this, he's going to say, oh, she's going to take me back, and we're going to sit down, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to play this as a skit. This is real fucking life. Hey, okay? And I was on so many people live in the cut, and a lot of women was wounded by that.
Yep.
They was deeply wounded. And my heart went out to these people, and I didn't even know these people. But some woman even was saying how a guy hit her in the head with a gun.
I've seen that.
Yes. Like, this has touched a lot of people when she said this was a skit. And it was not.
I know it wasn't. I knew it wasn't because being a content creator, you're not going to erase a video that you call a skit if you're doing it for the numbers. When that video got erased, several videos that they was doing, I knew right then and there it wasn't a skit. So you can't come play. And then she put on her page that how was her acting. Like, girl, you can't play like that. I went in her comments because I wanted to see what her people had to say about it. And they wasn't happy. They wasn't happy with her.
No. And you know what? A lot of people, oh God. Hold on 1 second. Queen. Hello.
Yeah, I went in her comments. Some people was not happy with her by saying it was a skit and she was playing. One woman described to her that how she was beaten and she was been in domestic violence and this is not nothing to play with. It's not nothing to play with. But you know, she in her feelings right now because you know things are starting to change as far as money in their lives because of this, because of you know the issues that they have in real life. They probably need to get some counseling or get away from each other or something because we don't want it to get deadly. So now he know that this is playing with his real life and his money. You know, we don't know how he gonna react. Because to me, she was looking like she was scared, like he was in the room and she was peeping up at him and you know throwing her eyes the way he was. Yes, I see those comments. Yes, Linda, you know the women was not pleased with her at all. Or please don't play because I have some women, you know, that I be speaking to that have been through domestic violence.
I don't want them to turn on you in that.
You know, and it's that's not nothing to play with. But now we know because it came out her mouth that she said no, it was not a skit, and she looks drained. So you know that she had been going through some things all night long. She been going through some things.
Sorry about that, Queen. That was my daughter.
Yeah, you fine. Go ahead.
Listen, that really triggered me because of the situation I was in years ago. You know, like I said, I'm not in it no more. I am totally, you know, out of the situation. But like I said, things can trigger you back to different things. So yes, that did trigger me. You know, it triggered me so bad. I had to lay down across my bed. I had to recruit again. And like, is this real? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, you know, and another thing I want to say, like I said, I'm not here to bash anybody. But what I will say, Lele has a bad temper. Very bad temper. And this is why their relationship not going to work because both of them has a bad temper. Okay? You can't get through to neither one of them. They are very hot tempered. Both of them need healing.
I was about to say the same thing.
Both of them need healing. Okay? It's not just her or him. No. They both need a baby.
Yeah, they do. They need healing. And another thing, once you get out of a relationship and it was a bad relationship, you have to heal. Because if you jump into a relationship so quick, you're going to have the same man, but a different face.
Right. Exactly. And that's exactly what's going on.
Exactly.
And this is my opinion. This is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't give yourself that time to heal, and it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be alone. Don't ever let no one tell you it's not okay because it's always okay to be alone. You have to take that healing process. I don't care if it takes 2 years, 3 years from now. Do what you have to do. What's going to make you happy. Motivate yourself. See life different. See things different. See people different. Relationships different. All that stuff. But you're not going to see anything different because every time you leave one relationship, you're damn coming back into another one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're doing, you're bringing all your baggage from your past relationship onto this relationship. And another thing, once again, if you come into a relationship on the wrong terms, don't you think 1 minute is going to last? Because it's not even going to last at all because you did not come in this relationship on good terms. You came in this relationship from being malicious.
Exactly.
So it's not going to last.
Exactly.
And that's point blank, period.
Yes. And you got to heal when you come out of a bad relationship because you're bringing all those spirits with you. You got to be able to have time to heal from the things that you went through in that relationship. Or if not, you're going to end up with the same man, the same spirits, the same demons, and all of that. And you're going to take that into a whole new relationship.
Right.
Swag myself. Good evening. Good evening.
And you know, like I say, everybody say, T need to go heal. No, he needs to heal too.
Yes,
Everybody
he
always
did.
talking about some T came out of a bad relationship with her mom and this and that. And he did too. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk facts and let's be real on both sides. Let's not take up for nobody. His
Exactly.
past relationship with his parents was no better than T relationship. But see,
Right.
one thing about it, she was clear about everything. She didn't hide anything. She was straight up with everything, and that's what I love about her.
Right. But
Okay?
see, they tired now though. To be honest, they tired of covering for him because they know it's out of control over there, and they don't want to make themselves look bad. So, which I mean, they don't really need no help, but I just feel like that's just one of the reasons, one of the reasons why they just want them to go because it's too much happening, and they don't want them to tank them. But I just feel
Absolutely.
like, yeah, I just feel like that she need help. And I feel my heart goes out to her, but you just gonna have to put on your big girl drawers and you gonna have to figure this thing out because can't one thing about it, if you love somebody, you can't help who you love. You cannot sit and tell somebody leave him, leave him, leave him. You have to wait until you is going to walk out that door because you're going to be talking to a brick wall. The people that you're trying to tell to leave, you might lose them as a friend because they don't want to hear it because they can't see what you see. They can't see what we see. So they'll just take their time in a relationship and God just have to come and show them because a lot of people don't have enough strength to leave. Because one thing about a narcissist, he's telling her that she gonna have to pay these bills by herself and she don't got no money. That's drilling in her head, like, okay, I might need to keep him because he the one who paying the bills. The devil is a lie because back then when I had dealt with that narcissist, I used to tell him, me and my kids that live in a cardboard box. You hear me?
But see, the only thing I don't like,
Hey,
she sits there and she takes up for him. Okay, just like she was just on the live over there.
I
Okay,
seen that.
let's get to the bottom fact. Okay, stop trying to take up with this man. This man is malicious. Okay, he's a woman beater. Okay, he's verbally abusive. He's mentally abusive. Let's get to the bottom of the root of this problem. Stop sitting here trying to make this man look good because he have no position, God damn it, whatsoever.
Right.
And a lot of things he said about this man, it came into play.
It came
whether
into play.
people want to admit this shit or not.
Right.
She gave these niggas some heads up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not saying everything T did was right.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you something. All this shit she said was right. I can tell you that.
There's a lot of stuff that she said that came to play. D. It's a lot of stuff she said that came to play, but ain't nobody gonna give her props there.
Yeah, you gotta give props what props is due.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm open. I'm open to everybody, even if I don't like you. But you can't sit up here and be like, oh yeah, everything was a misunderstanding, and we're gonna get it together. And I mean, come on.
Right.
Come on. God ain't gonna give you too many signs, sweetheart. This relationship is not for you.
Right.
You have to get up off of that pedestal you on, and you have to love yourself. Once you get in your mind, you love yourself, you're going to eventually move the fuck on. But until you can admit that you don't love yourself right now, you're going to stay in that same position you are in.
Right.
And that's facts.
And
because right now, you have no confidence in yourself.
Right.
You don't love yourself. You don't have no respect for yourself.
Right. And then she's basically dealing with double demons because she haven't even had time to heal from the other thing that we saw.
And then and let me just touch down on this. She was on a live and saying that she can't take it anymore because this is Teresa sector. Okay, yeah, it may be, but let me tell you something. How in the hell did you think by any possibility or any chance you was gonna come in on this sector in peace the way you got that man?
Right.
Let's be real.
Right, but it was T sector when she came in it.
That's what I'm trying to say. So
Mm-hmm.
what do you think that T just gonna give up everything she got to make you happy? No, because you gotta realize one thing, and I'm gonna say this: you made that girl life a living hell, just like she made your life a living hell. Okay, so let's be real. The girl kids got dogged out to the fullest.
Jesus, that thing broke my heart. And for her to sit there with him, you know, and just allow, I wouldn't. Everybody ain't the same, but I just wouldn't be able to handle that.
Yes, yes. And see, let me tell you something. Uh, it's not good when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah, you right, D.
It's never good when the rabbit got the gun. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, but don't nobody never look at it when the rabbit got the gun. It's a different story. They
Right.
don't nobody. It's a different story when the rabbit got the gun. They
Absolutely.
they feel like, oh, I don't know, I just feel bad for me for for what's going on with me, but don't worry about how I stabbed the people. I done stabbed all these people. Don't worry about that. But look at me. I need y'all to help me right now. Forgive me. But see, that's the heart of God. We got that heart that we can forgive regardless of what somebody did to us.
Exactly. And that's why I say be careful how you treat people. Because what goes around comes around. When it comes back to you, you might not like that shit. So you better be extra careful how you treat people. And always remember, your tongue can be a weapon. You can say things to people, baby, that you can never take back.
Exactly. But then you also gotta be careful who you put your mouth on. You can't just be walking around here thinking you putting your mouth on people because you looking at people's flesh and not knowing the spirit that they carrying. You got to be careful. That's a dangerous thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, let me tell you, narcissists always carry a nasty spirit. They don't have a good spirit in them anyway, because narcissists don't love anybody. And when the narcissists get mad at you and tell you they don't love you, honey, believe them. Believe them. They are telling you that from the bottom of their goddamn heart. They don't love you. They never loved you. Narcissists don't love anybody but their self.
They
Okay? And if
and
they can wing you in, they're gonna wing you in every chance they get.
yeah, because he sure said that today. He said that on that video that he don't love her.
And he doesn't. And I always remember one thing. When a man or a woman cut their hair, be
It's
careful.
time for change.
Because they're ready for a new beginning.
Yeah, it's time for change.
Yeah.
They in it. They not in it for each other. They in it for the stuff.
See, all this shit was about money anyway. That's why it ain't last.
Right.
Okay. This was from what I seen and I've been doing from this shit from day one. I didn't see none of this from love. I seen this was all about money.
Right.
Okay. So when you come into a relationship and it's based on money, that shit ain't gonna work. And then on top of you dealing with a sick individual that's a narcissist. Come on now, let's be real with this shit. Let's be real.
Thank you, Angela. Yeah,
you just gotta be real.
Yeah, you just got to be real. But all in all, regardless of the things that me and her went down this road with, I still just wish that she could, because she got a mother that's a pastor. You're gonna have to go get up under that spirit. If you're not carrying it yourself, you're gonna have to go get up under the spirit. And you're gonna have to, maybe she need to play the videos back so she
But what I said to you earlier, she has to be willing to be open-minded at anything when her mom or sister or friend or a neighbor or anybody want to talk to her about this situation. You can't sit there and get heavy-headed and lash out. You got to be open-minded. You got to be calm. You got to be relaxed, because they may say things that you may not agree with, but you got to know how to come at them and talk back to them as a woman. You can't get all hostile. What the fuck you talking about? I love my motherfucking man. You're never going to get nowhere like that. You might as well stay with that sorry motherfucker.
Hey, D, you right. But hey, them purple people didn't let his ass go though. They didn't let him go. They had let her go until that she clicked on there and they seen her face and she came in that thing calm. She came in there calm. How you feel about that?
She came in there calm, but me looking in her face, she has some very anger built up in her.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like to me a little bit she could have exploded. Because she's that type of woman, she explodes in a quick second. It only takes a second for her to explode.
Yeah, I thought she was, but she fooled me. I thought she was because they was getting it in now. Before she clicked on that live, they was getting it in. I only messed with her because that was bruh. You feel me? And
well, I ain't gonna lie, they R and S was making some good points. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm open to everybody. They was
really
making some good valid points.
They really was.
They was. Now, like I said, it's up to the next person to take that and run with it and use it.
Exactly. But right now, it's going to be scary because now they need each other right now because the purple people didn't let them go.
Yeah, because I seen a lot of people say they unfollowed them today. A lot of people.
Swag, they said that. They said that today. That
Ross
said, R said she was going to leave both of them.
Yeah, I seen a lot of people say they were going to unfollow them today.
I seen a lot of people saying it too. And they probably already really wanted to do her anyway, because you remember when they was in that little circle, the little the Facebook circle thing, purple circle. They really didn't like her too much. And so I really do believe that Beck and Benny do not love Layla. They both got with each other on some drama, on some mess.
Absolutely, Jimmy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Hey, Urkel, baby.
You're absolutely right. And that's what I said earlier today. When, first of all, you never sit here and make fun of a woman's pain. Okay?
Never.
That's one thing you don't do. You don't never make fun of a woman's pain because you never know when it's your goddamn turn.
That's right. You don't make no fun of nobody's pain. That's the worst thing that you ever
can do. That.
You're not supposed to rejoice off nobody's downfall, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. You're not supposed to do it. That's a dangerous thing. You think because she struck my page 2 times, you think I laughed at this? Hell no. I was like, Lord Jesus. It was like that she never did anything. To me, I was over here praying.
Yeah. But like I said, I hope things get better for her, but she the one got to make this situation better. She got to make it better. She got to stop getting on live and, oh, yeah, we good again. Everything is fine. Maybe if you would have told me this, things would have been better. We could have no, baby. No. You're trying to make these people feel like everything is back to normal. It's not back to normal. It's just okay for now.
Well, it's
gonna damn show blow up again. And what y'all gonna do? Come right back on social media with the same shit again. It's gonna constantly keep repeating its same cycle.
It's just a Band-Aid right now. A Band-Aid don't last long on you.
No.
It's a Band-Aid. He know how to sweeten her up, baby. I'm sorry. That's what narcissists do. I'm sorry, baby. I'll never do it again. She better run ASAP, Shauna said. That's what narcissists do. I'm sorry, baby. I apologize. I'm not going to do it no more. Get on the phone and talk to them. It's, he in their ear. I'm telling you. We just not going to do it no more.
Exactly, Erica. Exactly.
They fighting again. Are you serious? What
that's the cycle of abuse. It's going to continue to happen. It's not going to end. And I'm telling you, this is not what I want to happen. But what I'm trying to say, it continues to happen until it becomes so violent, until the police going to get involved, and someone is going to go to jail, and someone is absolutely going to get hurt. I'm telling you, because we don't know what's going on behind closed doors when them cameras is off. We don't know. And that's why I like to tell people about me. Shut the fuck up and don't worry about me, because you don't know what's going on in my house behind closed doors. When I came out and tell my story, everybody want to tell me, oh, I wasn't making sense. I was crazy. Goddamn, I had good goddamn common sense.
What?
Yeah.
Linda said this might not end well.
And what I just say?
This might not end well. Yeah, we got to pray, y'all. We still got to pray.
And like I said, just pray for her. Just pray for her, But sometimes, God want us just leave it into his hands and he'll take care of it.
But God will show you a lot of signs, D. He'll give you a lot of signs. And he gonna
Let
make
me
you
tell you something, honey.
uncomfortable.
God gave me a lot of wake up signs, and I
Yep.
passed them all by. See,
Yep.
first of all, you gotta be straight up and be a straight up 1,000% woman, because I can
Right.
be that.
You poking at her
Okay,
now because he's angry.
okay. I can be
Yeah.
that. I can be that 1,000% woman because I don't have to hide nothing. God gave me so many signs that man wasn't right for me, child. Bye. Okay? But I ignore every one of God's warning signs. I ignore them. I knew this goddamn man wasn't right for
Okay,
me.
Jimmy, baby. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But we gotta sit down one day. Cause sometimes God wants us to sit down and be quiet so we can get his attention. Because he's trying
Right.
to talk to us and tell us something, show us something. But sometimes we so blindsided and we listen to other people until we don't even want to listen to God.
Right.
And we
That's
don't want to
it.
hear from him.
That's it right there. That's it. Jimmy said she had to go. She said to bring back memories. Jimmy, we praying for her. Y'all, we got to pray for Jimmy too, because see, that's why people can't be playing and doing this. Even if it was a skit, which we know it's not, you can't play like this because people is getting triggered. This thing is serious. They think it's something to play with. This is not nothing to play with.
Oh, tell Jimmy I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset her and bring back memories. I love you, sweetie.
Yes, we love you, Jimmy.
But I do understand because it triggered me so bad today. I told you I got dizzy. I had to lay down across my bed. I had to lay across my bed for a minute, and I got up and I went in there and got me a cup of water, and I laid back down because it triggered me so bad. I couldn't believe it.
And I was seeing a lot of women up there, that was saying that they have been triggered today. That's why a lot of people were so angry because they was trying to say it was a skit.
Yeah,
She said,
absolutely.
yes, trigger. He's angry. He's angry because they apologized to her. So that's going to be an issue. You're right. That's going to be an issue there because they apologized to her. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's getting ready to be a little bumpy road now. It's getting ready to be a bumpy road, but we just got to pray that, she come to her senses. Yeah, she threw some flowers and heart up for Jimmy. Thank you, Swag. It's more than that, Linda. Wow. My heart is just in a mess too. But I dealt with a narcissist. But words is just like hands.
Absolutely.
Words is just like hands. And I had to build myself back up by prayer and fasting to get myself back on track because they can mess up your mind. They can make you think that you're not worthy or you're not good enough and nobody don't want you and things like that.
Well, and it can also mess up your self-esteem.
Exactly.
A narcissist know how to bring your self-esteem down so no one else will want you anyway.
Exactly.
And they'll make you feel unworthy. They'll always tell you, oh, the next man ain't gonna want you.
Right.
See, because sometimes you don't even have to put your hand on a woman. The words that you say to her would hurt her the most.
The most. Verbal.
It will hurt her most.
Exactly. Verbal abuse is the same thing as physical. Once I got healed, from being with a narcissist just by the words and stuff, and I got myself together, fast prayed and all of that stuff like that. And when I got into my next relationship, they was like, well, trying to find out a little bit about me, but I didn't mention it because I have gave that to God and it was gone. And you got to be careful with a narcissist too, because if you let him know your weakness and he become a narcissist too, he'll begin to pick on that too.
Absolutely.
And see, he knew the abuse from the last relationship with her other man. Because did you
and that's how narcissists prey on you too. They prey on you like that too. Once you come into a relationship with them and they started asking you questions about why you're not with your ex and all that, they're preying on you immediately.
Right.
Because guess what? They're going to treat you the same after a while. But in the beginning, it's going to be all cake and candy. They're going to promise you this and promise you that. Oh, I'm never going to do you that way. But give it a couple of months and it's going to take place.
Exactly.
Because I taught everybody that was in counseling. I taught everybody. Yeah. When you get into a relationship, you never talk about your past to your new mate.
Exactly.
Never. Maybe after y'all done been together for maybe over a year or over a year, and if you want to sit down and discuss a little things like that at a time, that's okay. But when you meet a guy and if he asks you about your past, you let him know immediately that's not up for discussion. Because what he's doing to you right now, he's sizing you up.
Hey, look, did you read Aretha comment? Say he over
I
there
saw it
storing
now.
her stuff and everything. Hey, Urkel, baby.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
can
reading.
y'all hear me?
Yeah, I'm reading now. I saw another video where he was
Can
fussing
y'all hear me?
again, and about.
Yeah, we hear you, baby.
Okay. Hey, D.
Oh wow! Hey,
Yeah,
baby,
How y'all doing?
we doing good,
I'm
baby.
good.
That's
I
good.
love you, sis.
I love you too. Love all of y'all.
We love you
This
too, baby.
this right here has really opened a lot of eyes and, gonna give us a whole lot of knowledge and understanding about what's really happening. But
Yes, ma'am.
D and I called this months ago, when we went on another panel, and it's just playing right out.
Mm.
It's a sad situation, but we just need to band together, and at this time we just need to pray for her, because regardless of how we feel about things that happened in the past,
That's exactly right.
this is a serious,
And you know what? I
very
definitely
serious
agree with
situation.
Johnson's comment. I agree with her. I agree with her comment. I agree, 100.
Okay.
And you know what? I think that's another reason why. This is my opinion. I feel as though the reason why she don't want to leave, because if she leaves, she will feel like T won. But
Yeah.
if she did win, so what? You are in a toxic, abusive relationship, woman.
But
Yeah,
well, think about it. T already won. T was here first.
True that.
but the whole matter is not about her winning as much as uh that's the probably the narrative she's being fed by him. So it's like a battle for her against what he's saying more than it is against her and the other person.
Right.
If I made
Right.
sense what I just said, if
No,
I
no,
just
no. You
made
make a
sense,
lot of sense. You make
because
sense.
he's the one feeding her all this stuff, so she feel like she in a fight because of him
Right.
more than
Right.
anything
And
else.
that's what narcissist does.
Hmm.
And I truly
She feel
believe
like she in a
that
fight.
sometimes that he do bring up T
Yep.
maybe to her to make her feel uncomfortable in her spot.
Right.
But once again, me and Erica know this is what narcissist does.
That's
Right,
exactly what they
Linda.
do.
Mm-hmm.
They do that. They do it to cause insecurity. And then they'll turn around and tell you you're insecure, but they'll cause the insecurity because they're bringing
Mm-hmm.
up all of these things. It's
Right.
a twisted game. It's a mind game that's very hard to understand unless you've been there and done that.
Right.
They make everything that's real not
Mm.
real.
Jesus.
It's like you really sitting with the enemy, with a real life enemy, and I don't mean a human enemy either. It's like you invited that into your whole life,
Yes, sir. Come on now.
but
Right.
you don't know
Right.
until they get
Absolutely.
there. You
Come
have
on.
no clue.
Exactly.
So you fighting this whole enemy the whole time,
In
and,
this
and this
purpose.
this this thing got you thinking you fighting against everybody else, but that's the one that you really fighting against.
That's
Exactly.
right. But see, she don't know that. See, Erica,
No, she
we
don't
know.
know. She don't
She
know, but
thinks
she's
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 fighting
gonna find out.
against T, but she's
Oh
really
yeah,
fighting against him because she
him.
don't know that she's dealing with a narcissist.
Yeah, she gonna
Right.
So
fight
she
him the
blaming
whole time.
everything on T, and none of this is T4. None of it. And I pray and ask God to open her eyes and let her see T has nothing to do with this, sweetheart. Nothing.
Yeah,
Please
he's opening her
open your
eyes right
eyes and
now.
look at what you're dealing
This
with.
But it's a lot
yeah,
of
this
that.
whole incident happened today to open her eyes. This is the beginning of her coming into reality, into what it is. And she
She
got
gonna
so
have
much
to.
support behind her now that, yeah, I
Right.
believe she'll come up out of it. I think so. It's so much support, and probably support she didn't even think she would get. She's
As
getting it
that's the
now.
most important thing. What you just said. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So
Yes,
she
ma'am.
her
She didn't even
eyes her
think.
eye- her eyes will open, and she will come out. It's just a matter of when she's ready to come out.
Right. And see, and at this point, one thing that I taught everybody in counseling too. And you got to teach outside people this too, because sometimes people do say this, and I have seen people say it in a lot of different people chats. Oh, she's stupid. She's dumb. How can she take this? She need to leave. You cannot say that when a person is going through domestic violence.
Right.
You have to pray for them. Okay? You cannot dog them and drag them. You have to pray they come out on top of this. Because as long as you go to them and talk down on this relationship, the only thing you're doing is making the person stay there longer.
Exactly.
But so I want to throw that out there too.
Yeah, and the key is she's not stupid. Nobody's stupid, because none of us choose to get into these type of relationships. What happens when we get into those relationships, we are being brainwashed. So therefore, we can't see the forest for the trees, because our whole mindset has been twisted to their reality, according to how they want us to see things. We literally become under their control. That's why this thing is more than just a physical or human thing. It's really a spiritual warfare.
Come on, now we talking. That's it.
It's really that's the battle. That's the deep part about it. It's a battle for your soul. It's like you get caught up in this web, like a fly get caught up in a spider web. You can see everything around you, but you can't get away from it. It's a stronghold. It's a real life stronghold.
Yeah. The devil got a hold on her.
It gets you and it holds you, and no matter how many times, because you sit there sometimes and I'm pretty sure she's gone through this, where she's sitting, she's like, how can I get away from this? Why can't I just get up and walk away? But that cognizance that they give you, that trauma bond, where they
that's what she's going through it right now. She's going through a trauma bond.
Yeah, they give you these peaks of happiness, and then they'll be mean, and then they'll be happy the next. So it confuses your mind, and all of a sudden you become addicted to it, just like a addict, a heroin addict, or somebody. It's like you become addicted to that person.
Yeah,
it's a real deep thing. But the whole moral of the story is it's really spiritual warfare.
And then once you leave that relationship, like when I got out of my relationship, I felt like I was detoxing from drugs. Because that's how it has you.
Yep. They purposely get you addicted to them, because they know, think about an addiction. When a person is addicted, that thing controls them. That addiction controls that person. So this narcissist becomes your addiction.
Yeah.
They literally trauma bond you to them. So what we think is love. No, it is not love.
Yeah.
But we feel like it's the love, and that's the thing that we trying to, having such a hard time separating from, is that love. But it's not the love at all. It's that addiction. Yep. They got you addicted to them. They take you through so many highs and lows. All of this. I can't think of the medical terms, but you go with the ups and downs, and hormonally and emotionally, it gets you attached to that person, and it's hard to let go.
Absolutely.
I can't tell you how many times I sat on the edge of the bed and I would just cry out to God, like, how can I get out of this? It was just as simple as me grabbing my stuff and leaving. But I just couldn't figure out how to go. And that's when I knew it's not just this person I'm dealing with. This is a spiritual warfare thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I could not just get up and go. And there's no way I couldn't just pack my bags up and leave. It didn't make any sense, because I knew I was involved in a whole bunch of mess. I knew the guy didn't care. And I know this is what the young lady's going through right now. You know all of these things, and you can see it, but you just cannot get up and leave. Move. And that is the enemy.
Yeah, you can't wrap your mind around it.
Stronghold on you.
And there you go. Say that thing. That's exactly what it is.
It's literally a stronghold. I heard about them strongholds when I was growing up in church. I heard about them, but I had all of us who was in that narcissistic stuff had a real life stronghold over us, and it took everything to get out of that situation. Everything for all of us.
It does. It took God for me. I stayed there 13 years, and
Aretha is right. She was in a 7-year relationship before, and that's all they did was fight. Yeah. So this is why I go back to say what I just said. It's time for her to get away from this and heal. She needs to heal. She needs no more relationships for a long time. And I mean a long time. She needs to love herself. Get her identity back. She lost herself. She lost her identity. She lost her love. She lost everything she had. She doesn't see this right now. But when she get about this relationship, that's when everything gonna hit her back like it did me.
The thing is, once you get out of that relationship, you have to have some kind of support, so you can
Right.
recover from it. Because if
Right.
you don't, you'll jump right back into it.
Yep. And that's
So
what I
you
did. That's what I
have to
said I
have
did. I
some
needed
type
that
of
support.
time.
Right.
Both of us did.
You
That's
have to
how both
have
of us got out.
support.
Both of us was in the 10-year one, and that's how we got out of it with that support. Because it was
Yeah, I
really
had that
nice. I had to
support.
fight. I had to fight not going back. As much hell as I was going through, I had to fight not going back to that same mess.
Yep. That was me. I had to fight because you
Yeah, I
can
think it
hear,
was all of us.
yeah,
Yeah, I
you
think
you
it's
because
all
you
of us.
can hear the devil literally speaking to you. You can hear him. Some just go back.
Yeah,
You
and
know
you sit
he
there
gonna
and
change.
yeah, and you know that's
Yeah.
not gonna happen. When
That's
you've been through
exactly
it for
right.
all those years, you know it's not.
Yep.
But you get so you what happens is you miss that companionship with that person. It's like you
Yep.
just miss another person being around you. You don't miss all of the mess they carry you through, but you miss that companionship and you start to compromise what you already know.
Yep.
And I
And then
did
you
that
got
2, 3, 4, 5 times.
me
But this
too. Go,
last
leave,
time,
come back, go, leave, come
hmm
back. But honey, it was something about that last time. You
that
hear me?
last time, yeah,
Yeah.
that's when you get your deliverance right there. That's when you just ready
And the
That's
for it.
thing
that's
is, with
it.
me, it was
Really
so
ready for it.
crazy because he had me so wrapped around his hand. When I had a restraining order on him, I knew damn well I ain't supposed to have no contact with this man. I broke my restraining order. Do you hear me?
Oh
Me too,
yeah,
me.
yep. I did
Yes,
too.
I did.
I did too, girl.
Me too. For a whole weekend.
Yes, sir. You hear me? And he went right back to the same person.
Yep,
Sure
Went right
do.
back
That's
to
how
the
they
same
do.
person. It was the trick of the devil.
yep.
It was the trick of the
Yeah.
devil. But it was just something about that last time. It wasn't my wall that I put up no more. Because my wall, he always can I let him back in. When God put his wall up, I couldn't
That's
open the
right.
door for him no more.
That's right.
See,
I
right
got the
now she
strength.
needs she needs a good hug. She needs a good hug. She needs someone to sit down and really, really have a deep conversation with her.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
And
King.
she might not be ready for that conversation yet, but she do need a conversation. She might not be quite ready for it yet. She probably just want to just cry and let it all out because she was only going through it with him for like a year and what is it? I don't
10
even think it's been a
months.
whole year, have it?
It's been 10 months.
Yeah, because all I could do was cry. All I could do was talk and cry and cry. I wasn't ready to hear lectures when it first, happened, or somebody to tell me how I'm supposed to work through it, because I had to figure out how to get through it myself. That's
And
something
see,
that you,
another thing too, a narcissist will hold over your head. Oh, bitch, if you leave me, they'll spill all your dirty laundry.
Yep.
Everything y'all ever shared together, it's gonna be poured into the pits of hell.
Yep.
oh, that's
But
what they do.
but
Yeah,
she
Yes,
that's what they do.
yes.
but you
Yeah,
got to know that word, honey. You got to know if God be for you, who can be
that's
against you.
right.
You got to know that thing, and you got to have that thing in your belly
Right.
so you can so you can walk away instead of let them talk.
And
I
this
didn't
is
care.
what never
Cause
let a man hold that over your head. If he
Yep.
do have something on you, let him spill it because
let
he
them
gonna
say
keep
it.
holding that over your head so you won't leave him.
Yep.
Let
That's
that
right.
little punk ass nigga spill it and go get your help that you need, baby, and move on with your life. Don't ever let a man hold anything over your head. And I'm saying it from experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, cause they'll do it. They'll definitely hold it. And some things you forgot all about, or you thought you was saying in confidence, or you thought he was really, caring about you, and he was asking because he was concerned. No, that was just some stuff he put in his armory, so that when the time come around, he can just go ahead and shoot you with it, throw it out there, and
Exactly.
mess you all up. So I mean, it's a vicious, vicious, vicious cycle. It's like I said, it's like dealing with a live demon walking on earth. You know,
Yep.
once
But
you
she
once you You get
I
through it.
right, Erica. I feel like she reached out this time when she clicked on that live to
She
the purple
did.
people. I feel like she
Yeah.
reached out this time because we
I,
actually got to see the pain up front,
oh
you
yeah.
know. And for her to say it's not a skit in front of all these people, that was big.
That's because, she's still going through that, not sure. How can I do this? Can I really leave? She going through that part right now. All of us went through it. We weren't sure if we could actually go through with leaving because you start thinking about the things that you think you like about this person or because you really think that they love you, or it could be a financial situation. But she's sitting there and she's thinking. I had a friend. Let me tell you how I left. Now, I was about to stay, even after that second time, but I called my friend on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and if it wasn't for her saying to me, because I told her, I said, you know what? He told me he was going to come over here this morning, but I think he with that lady, that girl.
Mm.
She told me, she said, you know what? She said, Erica, she said, pack your bags, get the rest of that stuff you got to get out of there, because I was already leaving. She said, get the rest of that stuff, because he was hoovering me, trying to come back. And
Mm.
he almost got back. She said, get your stuff and leave now. And as bad as I ain't want to go, I got all of that stuff. She stayed on the phone with me for about 8 hours straight. And that's what pushed me out of there. And see, she gonna need people that's gonna be by her side. That's gonna help her go ahead and make that, decision to leave.
Yeah,
Cause
that's
this
what
one
I
of
said.
the
That she's gonna need help. She's gonna need a lot of help. She's gonna need a lot of support right
it's
now.
one of the
And
hardest
like I said,
decisions
I
to
don't have
make.
nothing against her. Even though a lot of things she did, I'm not even gonna talk about that because that's in the past now.
That's
But
right.
she's gonna need a lot of support and some big support, and she's gonna need a lot of hugs, and she's gonna need a lot of healing. But I,
Prayer.
I I feel like this. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Erica. Since we done been through this shit, I feel and believe because this is how I did. Until she can recognize that this is not normal behavior, she's gonna stay involved with him. And as long as she keeps saying, we okay, we're fine, she's holding him up in his wrong, this is never gonna goddamn end.
That's that
Because
plan.
she's gonna have to admit to something too.
Well, that's that plan. They do that. They mentally confuse you. That's that cognitive dissonance. That's that
Right. And
trauma
I
bond.
understand that. I understand
Yeah.
that.
So that's like normal. And she already knows that he is not normal. She knows that this whole thing is not normal. She's just having a
Right.
hard time leaving. She's been knowing that it wasn't right. Been knowing it. Been knowing it. And even in the midst of this situation that happened today, I'm pretty sure he's love bombing her again, hoovering her, trying to bring her, pull her
Thank
right
you,
back
Miss
in. So
Murphy.
she's in a state of confusion at this point. But yeah, until she can really go
Right.
ahead and accept what you're saying, D, then yeah, it's gonna keep going until she go ahead and accept it. Understand that this is
Right.
really what it is. This is never gonna change. This is
Because see,
how it
I didn't
is.
want to accept it at first. But then after a while I had to come to reality. I said, God damn,
Yeah.
something ain't right here.
Right.
Because this shit is not normal behavior here for a
Exactly.
man.
No, it's not normal
I
at
mean,
all.
Yeah,
God
and you
It's
didn't
know the
God
far
didn't
difference
say
beyond
be
between
a
that.
love.
fool now. God didn't say be a fool.
And see, she has the wherewithal. She has a foundation. She has a praying mother. So she's got some kind of foundation somewhere. It's just a matter of her going ahead and accepting what's going on, and number one, accepting that she needs Jesus at this point, because that's the only thing that got all of us out, honestly.
Absolutely.
Whether we want to,
Yeah.
put it out there or not, God got us out of that situation because you literally are held under a strong hold
Yeah.
when you with these people. It's literally a stronghold. Some people
Yeah.
call it soul ties and all this other stuff, and I do believe soul ties do have something to do with it, but it's deeper than a soul tie.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's deeper.
I mean,
You
to
like
the
literally going through spiritual. Well, you're at that point where you fighting those high powers and principalities at that point.
yes, sir. You
That's
hear
what you're
me?
doing at that point. It's
And you can't
yes.
fight that. You can't fight that with cuss words. You got to go down. You got to
Oh
get on them
yes.
knees, honey. You
Mm-hmm.
got to
Right.
pray.
You gotta
Because I'm
pray,
gonna tell
baby.
you
That's what
something.
I did, babe. I
You
prayed
got to
every
That's
cry
right.
day.
out.
I used to get up in the morning and drop to my knees in any part of my house, not ask God to be with me. I said, God, I know you got me. Get me out of this. Oh my God, my heart was bleeding. I was hurting. I was in pain. I've
Oh
never been in
yes.
so much pain in my
Pain.
life, but I
It's
prayed.
mm.
I
And
prayed
it
every
feel like the
day.
worst pain. It
It
feels like the
does.
worst pain you
It
ever felt.
does.
You know,
And it's
it
so
feels like the
easy
worst.
for people to tell you, like, just walk away. It was a mental thing at that point. It was an emotional thing at that point.
It
You
was
know,
that stronghold
it
at
was
that
that
point.
stronghold.
But we
Exactly.
didn't
Honey,
know.
I
We
had to
didn't
go to
realize
church
it.
and I
Oh
had to throw
yeah.
that thing on the altar because I'm gonna tell you something, and it's in my book that's on my channel, that this man really had my mind so messed up, and I
Oh
always
yes.
was the person that was the strong person.
Mm.
I'm the one that helped everybody and
Mm.
gave
Mm.
everybody advice, but I needed it for myself.
Ooh.
You hear
Exactly.
me?
And
And
you know what I think she did too? And this is what they'll do to you too. They would tell you, oh, I love you. Don't worry about it. Anything we talk about, it's between us. You ain't got to worry about me saying anything. See, that's how they get you to start talking about people or your business or your family business. And soon as you get into a disagreement with them, baby, they going to drop the bomb.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
this is what I feel he done to her. So this is a little bit too, I believe. I don't want to, put
Well,
this
it's the
in there.
smear. It's the smear campaign. He got to make her look bad to everybody now because he can't look like the bad person. He got to win, and the only way he gonna win is if he look good and he come out with his hands clean. So he's gonna make her look like the bad person regardless. She's just gonna have the strength to understand that she can't worry about what he say. She's gotta have belief and strength in herself to know that she's not who he's gonna make her out to be. And gonna have to go ahead and hold her head up high and put her trust in God that everything's gonna be all right and that she can make it through this. But it's not gonna be easy at all.
Right. It's not. It's not.
It's not easy for any of us. Any of us,
Right.
at
Because, baby,
all.
I laid in my bed at midnight. I was weak. Girl, I was
But
so weak. Girl, I couldn't even move. Do you hear me? I was weak. I used to wake up out of nowhere in the middle of the night and just pour out and cry and bust out in
Mm.
tears
Oh
because
yes.
I just couldn't understand what was taking place in my life. And that's what's going to happen to her. She's going to have to take these steps so she can get in her healing process.
right.
And she gotta get out of it first. So we just gotta try to
Yeah.
band behind her and just try to pray for her to get that understanding and that strength to leave. That's what we
Because
have to
right
do
now
at
she's
this
going to have
point.
to leave him to start the healing process. And the
And
Right.
he's
healing
been
process is
exposed now
not going to
too.
be easy.
No, it's just like a person coming off of drugs or alcohol.
Hmm.
That's what I was going to get to. The healing process is not going to be easy, baby. Baby, no, I ain't going to sit here and tell no woman it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But we going to have to stand strong. And if you feel like you can't do it alone, it's always counselors out here. Always. Go to your counselor, seek counseling. And
I
I
just
can guarantee you that's going to start a little bit of your healing process. And then stay around positive people that's going to impact you in positive conversations and going to help you move along with your breakup.
right.
And stay out of communication with anybody that has affiliation with him.
Girl,
Right.
at this point, she also gonna have to go back to what she know. And I'm gonna tell you, cause God got me through that thing.
That's how I got through.
I'm telling you, God got me through that. I mean,
That's how I got through too, baby.
you
Girl,
know,
But you
sometimes
ready
I
to
sit
go.
back, I can't even, sometimes, girl, I can't even think. oh my God, I just it's just horrible for me to even think about the pain I was going through at night. You would thought I was on drugs, but I couldn't sleep at night, like I needed my drugs.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
God, Jesus
You
Christ, I'm
know,
telling you,
yeah, you know we
baby,
understand.
baby.
All of us been through it.
Yeah,
Let's
because
feel
it
the
won't.
pain.
It's like he wouldn't
Yeah.
leave your mind. Like, let me. I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
turn this way. He on your mind over here. Then I
Oh,
had to start thinking. Let me think about all the bad things instead of the good
that's
things.
thank you.
You hear me?
That's how
Oh
you
yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. You wouldn't think about all the bad
I
things,
had
but
to
as
think
I was
about
going
all.
through counseling, after a while, my counselor told me stop thinking like that. She said, I need you to stop thinking about the bad things. I
That helped
need
me.
you now to think
Well, no,
about
it helped
the
me
good
too.
It
things.
helped me too.
It helped me to it helped me in a way where I know, no, he did this and he did that.
Yeah,
In what world
exactly.
I'm going back?
Did you just see what came up, girl? Well, you ain't see it. What just came up on my phone? Old boy just said both of us is toxic.
Well, it's okay. We not said we haven't said anything that was bad.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
That's the title of his live. He just went
Yeah,
live.
oh,
he trying to say that
oh!
both
I
of
like
them
I'm about to
toxic.
say us. No, we doing it peaceful, but I pray that the other content creators do it peaceful. They might not get peaceful over there, but that's why I thought he was talking
Yeah,
about
cause
us.
see, cause see, like I said, you know, a lot of lives I've seen today, I don't comment on people's lives, but I just felt like every time something happened, always got to be T name brung up. Leave her the fuck out of this.
Right,
Right now, we should all focus on trying to pray and ask God to heal this lady and remove this lady and give her peace in her heart and let her see counseling and healing. Leave T out of this, okay? And then somebody said in their comment today that T is behind his behavior. That's a
it doesn't
damn
even
lie.
make
This
no
man
damn
was born.
sense.
This man was born with this behavior all his goddamn life. T have nothing to do with this man behavior. Nothing. This man ain't nobody go. So what you trying to say? When he got with T, all this started. So before he got with T, he was the perfect man. Hell no. That's not how damn narcissists start out. They
Right.
became a narcissist as they was coming up. Maybe their parent or somebody in the family was a goddamn narcissist. Damn it. Like, stop trying to
Well,
blame all this blame on this girl.
it actually come from trauma. All of us who,
Yes.
trauma from childhood, you either turn it into something good or you turn it into something dark.
Something bad. Yeah.
And he turned his into something dark. And, I knew it from the beginning. She just had to see it. And I know she's been seeing it for a long time, but it's hard to believe what you're seeing.
And
Sometimes
like
you don't
me and you,
understand what you're going
we
through.
see sometimes some kids
Hey, LaDonna.
can come to be a narcissist. And then two of the other kids in the family can turn out to be an empath. Like me, I turned out to be an empath, and such as Erica. So for this nut, it rubs off on him to be a
Oh, this
narcissist.
for the thing.
So it's
Thank you.
no damn way in hell that Teresa made him the way he is today. That's a lie, and people need to stop saying it. This man was already like this from day one. But the thing was, T did not see it until she moved this man into her home and started having activities with this man. That's when she noticed something wasn't right and he was a narcissist and she kicked his ass out. And people need to give that girl credit where it's due and
Right.
stop sitting here all the time and keep trying to bash her.
Yeah, they shouldn't be bashing her. She has nothing to do with his behavior. Um,
And she had nothing to do with what's going on now. Nothing whatsoever. And she need to just be left out of this. And like I said, I'm fair to everybody, whether I don't like you or not. And like I said, if you say something and I'd be like, damn, she right. He right. I agree with that. Even though I don't like him, because that's just me. But when you wrong, you wrong. Stop bringing this girl up because the hate is so real for her that you can't even sit there and say, you know what? Damn, T was right. Everything she said about this and that was right. You're not gonna say that because your hate is so real for her, and it's crazy.
but
I
it's
don't
not
have
her fault.
I don't have that much hate for nobody.
It ain't her fault though. It's his fault. Cause I can remember that guy was where he would
Oh,
literally
I know, I know.
poison my feelings towards other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a part of their plan how they do things. So it's not her fault that she feels like that. She just didn't know how else to feel because of the things she was being told and the things she heard. So That's where that some of that comes from.
And I feel
It's
like that she haven't healed from the last abusive relationship.
Exactly,
no,
absolutely. So what she
no.
did, she brought all her anger over and spilt over into this relationship because apparently, from what I'm seeing, that whatever the other guy was doing and saying is what this nigga here is doing too.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
it could be
this one I
sparking back
think
up
is a
memories to her too, what she went through with the past relationship.
this
Right.
one might be a little more diabolical. Uh, this guy reminds me of the one I was with. The one I was with was a former inmate, a addict, and a narcissist, institutionalized. And some of the same behaviors I see him, I see what mine did. And when you're dealing with a narcissist that was uh, in prison, which they also develop some of those narcissistic behaviors, and they're an addict, which addicts have those narcissistic tendencies because they are manipulators. And she got a whole lot on her hands right now, a lot,
Yes.
you
Hmm.
know, more than the average person who's dealing with just straight narcissism. So I think hers is a lot more deep rooted. Because I ain't gonna tell you a lie. I don't condone domestic violence at all. I'm gonna tell you something. It's really something different when they uh verbal abuse. Those words. It's hard to get those words out your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. That's why it is so akin to spiritual warfare because it's a mind game. You're playing with your mind. Somebody raising their hands and putting your hands on you, that should not happen by no means. But them bruises are gonna go away. But that mental abuse, that emotional abuse, that's something devilish right there.
And that's what he doing there, calling her bitches and all of that
Exactly.
stuff. Yes. He
And that's
and what
why
he think
it's
he doing?
hard.
He's tearing her down day by day, and she's not realizing what this man is doing to her. I just wish she just wake up. I mean, I mean, I don't know. I just can't
She
even say
went,
that
I
because it took
feel
me a
like
long
She's
this.
time.
she's waking
I,
up, D. She's waking up. She is.
yeah. I feel
Her
like
eyes are
that.
opening right now.
I feel like this, in my opinion, that she came in this thing already tore down and he just finishing her.
Exactly. He
Right.
he he saw she
I
was
would
vulnerable.
absolutely agree.
She was able to be torn down, and that's what they look for, somebody that they can
Yep. She was
control
an
and
easy
sit in,
target to him.
and so that's what's going on with her, and I knew it from the beginning. That's why even though sometimes, uh some of the things that she would involve herself in, it would bother me, but at the end of the day, I could always see that this girl was being um controlled and manipulated by a person that doesn't have a good personality at all, that really didn't mean her any good. I could see it from jump, you know. So I always had a little soft spot because I knew one day it would come to this. All of us who've been through this before, we knew it. We could spot it from a mile away.
Yeah.
You know, but now we just gotta band together, and pray for her, and and pray that she continues to open her eyes and that she figures out how to walk into her peace and walk into her freedom. Because when you get bound like that by the enemy, when you're bound like that, you have to find yourself again. You absolutely lost yourself, and you have to
Mm.
find yourself. And so now she's at the place
Yep.
where she's got to find herself again because right now she doesn't even know who she is. She's not
No,
even the
she
same
don't.
person she was because we weren't the same people that we were.
No, we was not.
Right.
And sometimes you don't even realize how much of how much you've changed and how much you're not yourself until you start coming back into yourself. And then you realize, oh my gosh, I
Yeah,
thought
everything
about
will
how
come
many
back to you
people.
once you start the healing and stuff like that. Everything will come back to you. Right now, she just don't. She's not understanding what's really taking place in her life right now because he got her mind so confused right now. You know,
Well,
and
I
that's why
think
I
she
ask everybody.
understanding now.
If you're gonna talk about it, just I mean, I have a heart for people. Just don't dog her. Just pray for her. And I ask everybody in the chat that. And I know a lot of people might not like what I'm saying, but just pray for it. And that's, ask God to just cover her and get out of the relationship, because that's all we can do right now. Now, if she go back, that's on her.
Things happen for a reason, and this sector has been just out of control. And I don't mean to talk about this, and I'm quiet. I stay in the bushes 99% of the time, and maybe this right here can bring healing not to only her situation, but to this whole sector, because it's just a lot of stuff going on. And I don't have anything against anybody in this sector. I listen and I observe.
But you know what, though? I agree with Linda, too. I agree with Linda. I think, too, from what I am seeing, I think she do want to win this fight. I see that in her. She wants to win this fight. And I see in her, too, she's the type of person, she's not going to give up. She's going to win. She's going to fight this battle to the end. And that's not good, but that's what she wants. It's nothing we can do about it.
What fight? I'm not following.
Yeah, what battle? What does she want to win?
She want to fight this battle with him because of T. That's the battle she don't want. She feel like if she give this up, she lost. She lost and T won. Win. This is what she's saying in her mind. Now,
I admonish her. I admonish her to don't worry about that part.
But that's not what's going on right now. I can feel. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, Erica, what I feel, this is what she's thinking. This is what she's feeling.
And she might
because you gotta remember, this is about T too. This is not only about him. This is about T. She thinks every time something go wrong in her life, something happens to her life, she always thinks T is doing it. The girl is caught up so much, not only involved in him, she's caught up in this lady life too. This is what I'm trying to say. So now she's fighting two things.
Well, if her mind is right there, we got to get her out of that place. To where she
I can see it. I can see it.
Herself. Get herself
because
free,
look what she said as soon as she got on live today. If anybody seen the live, I was on it in the cut. She was like, "Oh, I can't do this anymore. This is T sector. Come on. That's what she's trying to tell you. And this is what I'm saying. She's fighting two battles. It's not only the fight with him, it's a fight with this girl too. But the fight with T, she making that fight personal herself because this lady is not stunning her.
Right.
If I make any sense.
No, you make perfect sense. I guess I'm looking at it more from a spiritual point of view because what you're saying is absolutely correct. But right now, we got to try to get her to focus on this spiritual battle she's going through right now.
Right.
We got to get her to come from that place if that's where she is. And look at all these people that's rallying behind her for her growth and for her to break free from this. And just don't even focus on that part right now. She can't focus on that.
And that's what she's focusing on too. And if she stopped doing that, she can get a hang of what's really going on with him. She can't get a hang of what's really going on with him because she's so busy fighting a battle with T because she thinks T is out to hurt her and do this and do that to her. T is not out to do anything to you, sweetheart, because this lady is not stunting you. And you need to stop sometimes listening to your subscribers. They all in your inbox, all in your emails, and telling you this and telling you that. So that's why right now you are fighting two battles. And one of these battles is not yours.
Right.
It's not your battle. You need to be fighting a battle in the house with that demon you in. You living with your enemy right now, sweetheart. And you and then you steady sitting there fighting a battle on the outside that this lady ain't thinking about you and not living in your household. That's not your battle.
No, her battle right now is to get through this demonic stronghold she got over her.
Right.
That's
this morning she got up. I'm going to the police department because I'm tired of T. What the hell did T have anything to do with what happened to you and this man yesterday and today. She had absolutely nothing to do with this. You brought her into this because your fight is with her too. Let's look at reality.
Her fight
Right.
comes. Her fight is generated from what she dealing with. We know that though. That's where this fight is coming from in her.
Yes, Linda.
She gotta let that fight go though.
She gotta let it go. She gotta let that fight go. And once she let that fight go, God gonna start to working on her and showing her where she needs to be and where she don't need to be. But right now she can't focus on this because she focused on some lady that this lady ain't giving a damn about her. And I'm not trying to sound harsh about her, but
Right.
this lady don't give a damn about her. She's making her damn money from YouTube and Facebook, and she going on with her damn life. You and everybody always say T obsessed. No, this lady is showing me she obsessed with T. And y'all can say what you want in them comments, but damn it, I'm speaking for what the hell I see. She's obsessed with this lady.
But
No
then
doubt about it.
we saw that D when Sweet Tea was talking to her and she kept saying, I mean, that thing was kind of mental to me because she was like, but why can't have him? Why I just can't have him then? I'm like, what the hell?
You got him. You got him, sweetheart.
Exactly.
You have him, and what it is, you just so obsessed with T. You think
Right.
him and T is still in communication. And until you can get your mind stabilized to know that this man and this lady is have no contact, you're gonna stay in the same position you're in.
Mhm.
It's deeper than that though. It's deeper than that.
Come
The
on
reason
with
why
it.
she said that, why can't I have him? He is not
Y'all,
making her
they
feel
is arguing
secure.
on live again.
All right, well, all right, let's for have mercy,
Let me see if
Father.
I can play it.
This is something else, ain't it?
This is live.
Have mercy, Father.
I can't stand this girl, bro. I swear, man. I can't stand her, man. Oh, this girl is crazy, man. This girl is crazy. I bet any one of her dudes that's watching this, I bet you any one of these dudes that she mess with watching this, I bet they saying like, what? He got some whack. He going through it. Man, I'm telling you, man. Listen, bro. Listen, dog. For a dude, for a grown man, for another man to beat another woman with a gun, she had to be out of fucking pocket, dog.
Oh, now see, he
They
throwing
need
her face.
Jesus.
I'm telling you,
Have
man.
mercy, Father.
She dangerous, dog. She dangerous, man. She dangerous, man. She dangerous, dog. She dangerous, man. She dangerous. She will push. She the type of woman. She the type of woman. She just like Punkhead.
Ooh, God be to glory, God. Heal their heart, God. This is not going to work for them. This is not going to end well for them. They don't need to be together. This is toxic. And Coco is right. They are both toxic. And they don't need to be together. And I'm going to say it again. If they don't walk away, somebody is going to get truly hurt.
Tonight, bro. Both of us gonna go to jail tonight.
He's
bro.
saying both of them gonna go to
I
jail
swear,
tonight.
hey, bro, you touch anything,
They're going to do what?
They both gonna go to jail tonight.
What I just
She need
tell
to
you?
leave.
Didn't I just say that?
She needs to leave.
They going
She
to
needs
jail
to-
or somebody going to die?
Yeah.
Somebody needs to
Go ahead
leave
and
from
touch it
that.
again. Look. Mark it. I'm gonna show you how. I'm sure. Come over here and touch it again.
Please don't touch it,
Come over here
girl.
and touch my stuff again.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Come over here and touch it again, man.
She's provoking that
You're
girl.
welcome. You're welcome.
I'm going to pray for them. That's all I can do, God. I can't do nothing else.
No, that's all we can do is pray. I know some of our people done went over there, but it's all good. But they'll be back. But I just cut it off because so let's talk about this. Nothing. I don't even want to talk about it. I just don't. It's just bad. But what he was
Yeah,
saying,
it is.
I didn't hear that he was saying that they both is toxic.
Somebody needs to be the bigger person and leave that
And
house
leave.
before somebody get hurt.
Right, and I
Right,
thought that
yeah.
he had a
Somebody is
ride
going
that
to
was
get hurt.
coming. I hope someone's recording it. It's serious. Yeah, it is. This is serious. And when she got on that panel, that triggered something too.
Oh, it triggered him. Yeah.
It did. That triggered something too, because now he feel like the underdog, because in his mind he like, damn, I brought her over here.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And let me
No,
make this
no, no,
clear.
no, no, no. It's the exposure. It's the exposure.
Exactly.
His mask is
And
all
they know
everywhere.
that he putting his hands on her. And now she said it wasn't a skit in front of everybody. So it's so many angry spots.
Oh yeah.
You know, Linda said yes to. Yeah, so it's so many angry spots.
I want to say this. I do believe Layla is very hot tempered. I do believe sometimes she do put her hands on that man. Okay? Because I'm not going to sit here and lie about anything. And I feel she's not the woman that she could be. Now, a lot of this action that she's showing is not all Coco neither. Okay? Because I was in a relationship, some similar to this, but I stood my ground as a woman, and I knew what to do and what not to do and what to say and what not to say. Not saying I was a fucking punk, but I was going to hold my stand as high as I could. I was not going to let him break me down the way he's breaking her down and the way she's allowing this man to. Then y'all so into the internet, everything comes to the internet every 5 minutes.
Right.
I don't think that's her though.
Yes, I do believe it's her. I do believe Lele plays a lot with this, because Lele is very hot tempered.
Now they showed us the video. They showed us the video.
I'm hot tempered too, but I know in the situation I was in with mine, he would try to expose me. He would poke me, and then he would let his reactive abuse. I would react to his abuse, and I'm looking like I'm crazy, and he would put it on display for everybody to see. So I don't know who.
Well, I think he ended the live. He ended it.
Yeah, he ended it. Mm-hmm.
Well, only reason I say Layla is aggressive, I have seen her in action many times on live.
We've seen that.
Okay, even at her job. Look how she acted at her job. A lady should not be screaming and yelling like that outside of her job, standing in a car. She's very aggressive. Very aggressive. So yes, I do believe that sometimes she could agitate this man. She don't know how to approach this man and talk to this man. Her temper is very out of control. She don't know how to talk with a low tone of voice. You know, maybe she has some problems come as a kid of herself, because that's what I'm saying with her too, not only him. And I'm gonna be real about it.
Thank you.
Well, you know, I agree, but I also can see it from this point of view, because I remember when I was with mine, I was aggressive and I was loud and I was mean all the time.
Me too,
but that's because I was constantly provoked by him.
That's me, Erica.
Yeah, I was constantly provoked. So even when I wasn't normally out here screaming and yelling and doing all this stuff, he had me like that all the time. Like all the time.
Right. That was me. But I was trying, my thing was, Erica, I was trying to prove to this man that I wasn't scared of him. You understand? That's what I was trying to prove at that time when I was going through it, because I had went through so much with him. And see, I had the type of narcissist that he was going to kill me. Nobody couldn't have me if he could. He was that type.
Yeah, you know, they say it's some truth behind a joke, and he would joke like that a whole lot. You know, I don't know if that's what would have really happened, but I thank God for getting me out of it before it came down to that.
Exactly.
You know?
But at the time, I had got saved and gave my life, so the enemy was so mad. So I knew that he was carrying the spirit of the enemy. And one night he called me. It was like 2:00 in the morning, and he was like, "Whoa!" He was like, "Answer the phone. Why you ain't answering the phone?" I was like, "What is wrong?" He was hollering so loud, and I had this guy from church, and they had prayed for me and everything, and I knew God had me, because this man had threatened my life several times. And he was like, I came to your house and I came to do something to you. And I was like, what? And the more I was just so calm, he was so loud and angry. And he was like, I tried to do something to you. And this man told me, he said, but the wind started blowing real hard when he got to my house at 2:00 in the morning. And he said his stomach got so upset that he went to his mama's house and sat in the corner.
That's
you
what the guy told you.
As he was telling me those things, I kept saying, the blood of Jesus. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I was praying. He was so angry. He kept saying, you don't hear me? Did you hear what I said? But I knew God had me right then and there. So that's why I was calm.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I was calm, baby. But this man told me
He was
that he
coming
came
to
to my
you.
house at 2:30 in the morning to harm me because I wouldn't take him back.
Goodness.
Yes.
And see, one thing about Coco, I think what it is too, the only reason why he do not want to touch her, because he don't mess with the police.
Right.
And he is afraid to go back to jail.
Right.
But I believe if this man was not afraid to go back to jail, he would do her in. Because I believe in my heart she do provoke him sometimes.
Yes. Now I believe that too. Because we saw the video when she said we're gonna tear this mother effer up.
That's right. That's why I say I'm going by what I see.
But see, you can't be out here provoking these men even when you already know you dealing with an abusive man. But see, she know he's already on papers too. So you got to watch her play too. Because she already know he on papers. So, you know, she can get that spirit in her to try to provoke him to hit her. And you know, which is no excuse for the man to touch a woman at all. But you still got to be careful. You gotta be able to watch that too.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was
get out of her spirit, so when she get to her next man, that she won't bring this relationship to her next relationship.
Absolutely.
It's gonna take years of healing for that.
Yes, it really is.
Years, because I'm still healing right now.
I'm
still actively healing. Yeah.
And I'm in a whole nother relationship, and this man is nothing like the relationship that I had before. And I had to come in here, and this man had to tell me one day, look, I'm not who he was. You understand what you went through before? I'm not that person. You know, and then you got to sit down to yourself and you be like, damn, that man tried to destroy me because I'm kicking with this man for no reason until he had to check me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not him.
It's a battle of the mind.
It is.
You know, it's literally a battle of the mind. And I tell you, when we can, that's why I say that we survive and we thrive, because it's when you get out of it, that's survival. And when you can keep going and live a life after that, you thriving. Because that thing can literally shut people down.
Some of us didn't make it.
Some of us didn't. That's why we are a select. I mean, we are the blessed few who got out of it. Because a lot of them are in the ground. They're no longer here.
Yes. You see the woman on Facebook that her husband has shot her in the face, but she survived and then he killed himself. You know, we are blessed.
Yes, we are. We are.
We are blessed.
We really are.
Right.
Because like I told y'all earlier, the lady that came and got her hair done at my daughter's shop, and my daughter heard her on the phone telling him, yeah, I cheated on you. Yeah, I cheated on you. You got to be careful, especially when she already knew that her man was crazy. She already knew that. You can't play with a crazy person that you know what they'll do. Like he was known to be crazy. And the next morning, that man took her life in front of her children.
Have mercy.
They don't think about that he was doing all the cheating, but she said one time that she was cheating. A man don't care nothing about him doing the cheating when you're dealing with somebody like that.
That's what they do.
Yes.
They do it. That's what they do. Chaos and the confusion.
It is. It's a praying time. You hear me? But my heart goes out to her, and I just hope that she builds enough strength within her and a relationship with God. If she don't have one, I'm not saying that she don't have one, but I just hope that she can just get closer to God, because that's how I was free.
That's right.
That's how I was able to say my help come from the Lord, because it was bills and things that I was worried about. And then that's when I had to realize that my help come from the Lord. And then open a whole restaurant within 30 days of leaving that relationship. And I left with not a dime in my pocket.
Yeah.
So nobody can tell me that God ain't real. He is real.
Oh,
and that abuse, that narcissist was coming by my restaurant, tormenting me and everybody that worked there, honey, because he didn't pay for it. He always used to pay for everything, and he was trying to figure out, how did I survive? You messing with this person? You was messing with him the whole time, child. It was a time. You hear me?
No, it was.
It was a time. But God.
Mm.
But God.
And she going through the man's phone, looking at his texts. You know, you get what you're looking for when you do shit like that.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely find something. You get to looking for something.
Right.
I
That's why I
agree.
say a lot of her behavior I don't excuse as well.
Right. And that's just being fair. D, you ain't saying nothing wrong. You just being fair. That's all.
You know, it's
She have a lot of
weird.
toxic behavior also, a lot.
Yeah, it's
And a
weird to
woman
hear.
for a woman like that, ooh, baby. Baby, she can get it in. Do you hear me? That mouth is filthy.
Go ahead,
It's
And
Earl.
when she's
weird. It's
screaming,
weird
yeah,
to hear
baby.
all of this because
Listen,
everything that I'm hearing her doing and I'm seeing her doing, I'm telling you right now, it's almost like I'm watching myself.
Wow.
I remember grabbing the phone going through it because he made me feel that insecure.
Yep.
I remember doing a lot of the things I remember being aggressive. I
Yep.
remember doing all of that. And so that's why I don't want to like totally blame her for her behavior. At the
Right.
same time,
no,
there
I'm not
should be
blaming her
some
for it, but
form
I
of
just want everybody to see
self-control.
my point of view.
Oh
Mm.
yeah, we see it. Yeah, you're right. Because I sometimes I would find some stuff that if I didn't look, I wouldn't have found it.
Right.
You know, but they push you there though. They push you
Yep.
to that
I used
brink.
to say, Erica, I used to say,
Yeah,
I am who you create.
that's what I told him. I said I wouldn't be insecure if you didn't make me insecure.
Right.
I was never insecure in my whole life.
Yep. Me either.
Never.
Yeah, I was too.
Never made me feel safe. And I remember telling him over and over again, I just want to feel safe. That's all I want. I don't want nothing else but to just feel safe. And it
Mm.
seemed like when I told him that, he took that thing and twisted it all around to make sure I never would feel safe.
Mm.
Never felt safe. Never knew if he was going to use that day. Never knew if he was going to go to his PO and take a urinalysis and end up going back to jail. You know, never. Didn't know if we was going to have a roof over our head. If I was going to have to try to handle everything because he was, incarcerated again. I never knew anything.
Mm.
Hmm.
Jesus be offense, Lord.
And it was just miserable. It was just the most miserable time of my life. And I remember sitting there and I remember crying. I would just literally cry out to God. And I remember saying to God one day, I said, just please, just take the taste that I have for him, just take it out of my mouth.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Just break him away from my heart.
Yep.
I just didn't want to feel it anymore. I didn't know how to get away from it. So I just asked God to just take it away from me because I couldn't get myself away from it.
Yep.
So just take it away from me.
Yep.
And it seemed like it took forever, but you know what? I remember towards them end days, I remember waking up and I remember feeling stronger. I remember instead of me feeling like I was all deep in love, I was starting to feel a bitterness towards him. When I thought he was handsome, he wasn't handsome to me anymore because I could see that demon that was there,
Mm-hmm. Come on.
and I was able to eventually do it.
Yep.
It wasn't in my time though. It was in his time
Yep.
because if it was in my time, I might still be there.
Still right be there. I used
Hmm.
to pray this prayer, Eric. I used to say, God, please make it as though that he never existed without him being harmed.
Yeah. And essentially, that's what's happening to me right now because we live in the same city.
Yep.
And I never run across him. I never. Every now and then I might hear about him because I got a friend
Mm-hmm.
who was his brother's girlfriend. We keep in contact every now and then. I never see him. I don't know what's going on in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And we live in the same city,
Yep.
the same place, and I never see him.
And you know what? That's the same with me. We live in this small town. And I seen that man one time in a store. He stood there and stared at me.
Oh
Honey,
yes,
I felt a little funny, but I had to shake that thing off. You hear me? And I said, hey, how you doing? And kept on moving.
kept it moving. They
Yes, sir.
couldn't
Same here.
believe.
I seen my ex maybe about 2 times, 3 times. I said hi and kept getting up.
Yep. Kept it
Hmm.
moving.
You know, it baffles them. It
Yep.
wonders. They look at us in awe because they can't understand how they could bring all of that chaos and try to destroy us, but we survive.
Yep.
They
Because
can't
this
figure
one.
out how we did that.
Yep. Because you know he always just said you ain't gonna prosper, you ain't gonna survive. I was strong before you,
Hmm.
and I know the God that I serve, honey. Let me tell you.
All of
Mm.
us were strong, each one of
Yes.
us. You know, because I mean, we can tell just from talking to each other that we still strong right now.
Exactly.
You know, but they will try to feed you that negativity and those lies. The father of lies work through them people. They come up with all
Yeah.
kinds of lies.
Yep. Now, he just said one thing to her. He said earlier on his video, he said that you said if I leave you, that I was going to lose all my subscribers. And he said you was right. You was right. That's what he was saying. He was saying something to that. Don't get me, quote me, but he was saying something to that. So that's why you know it's not about the love, because if it was about the true love, the camera wouldn't be on. They'll be working that thing out behind it. Let's get counseling. Let's do that. We should not
Right.
know what's going on in your household if it's about love. It's about numbers and money.
'Cause I see a lot of husbands and wives and boyfriend and girlfriends working together with different platforms, and they doing well.
Yes.
Oh yeah, plenty of them.
And I know they have bad days too, but they're not giving it to
Hmm.
us
No,
Right.
they take care of that stuff behind the scenes,
because it's
man.
the
We don't
difference.
see
It's
none of
about
it.
the love instead of the numbers.
Yeah, it's just it's just I tell you,
I mean,
it's
listen,
it's
if you
it's
ain't
something to
got enough
witness for.
subscribers to make enough money, go out here and get you a damn job and have this for your side hustle.
Yep.
D, you crazy?
Hey, it's the
That's all.
truth. It's the truth. But you gotta look
I
how
ain't
he
sitting
got
up
his
here going
numbers
crazy with no
through.
goddamn numbers. What the hell? Because
Hey,
sometimes you can
look,
be
what
drawing in your
they say.
goddamn enemies, and sometimes God wants you to wait because God want to see them right people.
D,
But look, what
I
they say,
tell
the
you,
same way you get it is the same way you lose it.
Yeah, what
same
the
way.
hell? I ain't sitting up here arguing on no goddamn numbers. Hell with some
Yeah,
numbers. I
no.
don't give a damn if I get 500 damn people. That's good enough for me.
That's good enough for me. You hear me? That's why I say, as long as I got the right people, that's what I'm looking for, the right
It's
people.
about having the right people. You don't want
Exactly.
anybody in your chat every time you go live, they start in confusion.
Exactly. You
And
know,
then
I
you
don't
got
like
some
that.
people. Yeah, because you got some people that come to this thing and they coming for money. Then you got some people who came because they have a message, or they have a
Right.
calling, or they have something that they literally trying to do for the people.
Right.
We of course we would appreciate the monetary part of
Right.
it, but it's really something that comes from the soul, from the heart, more than it is
Exactly.
a monetary type of thing.
It
And
got to
that's
be
where I'm
genuine.
coming from.
Right.
If everything eventually get to where it's gonna go, then you know what, that's good. But if it don't, I went through something, and I want to help people that's going through it, because I know at the end of the day, all of us who went through this situation, we didn't go through it for ourselves.
Exactly.
Because that's another thing that helped me get through it, because I couldn't figure out why did I even deserve all of this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's not the point of it. The point is you go through it because it becomes your testimony. And you got to get
Exactly.
out here and you got to speak to the people. Somebody going through it, we probably don't have a clue they're going through it, but they could be listening, and you're
Right.
helping these people just by talking about it.
Yeah, and God gonna bring you through it. And when He bring you through it, He gotta get the glory. He gotta
That's
get the
right.
glory. Because we sitting here
That's
telling
right.
our testimonies now, and they say you girl,
We overcome by our
overcome. Yes,
testimony.
ma'am. And we
Hmm.
free, and we made it, because there's some women now that have not made it.
They
So we
sitting there
have to
where we
tell our
were.
testimony.
Yeah, they sitting
Right.
where we were all them years ago, trying to figure out how to get out of it when it's so simple. That's why people who not haven't been through it, they can easily say, "Well, why did you just leave?" It ain't that simple. If it was that simple, nobody would hang around that stuff. You would just leave.
Right.
It's really an emotional, like I said, it's really a spiritual stronghold.
It
It's
is.
mental. It gets you. You can't move. You try to, but you can't.
Exactly.
It's the
You feel
weirdest thing I've ever seen in
handicapped.
my life. Yeah.
It takes a
It's the
lot of prayer,
craziest thing in the
baby.
world.
A
Yes,
lot
it
of
does.
fasting. A lot of
And
turning
you,
down your plate.
ooh, that's right.
It
And I
does.
knew if you don't know that God is with you while you going through it,
Yep.
you know it when you get through it, because you look
What's
back
up?
and you think about everything you went through. And you say, oh
Yes.
gosh, he was with me the whole time. He never leave my side. Because it would be
Never.
times when I was going through that where I felt like I just totally just stepped straight away from God. Like, he won't nowhere near.
Yep.
He was near. He was there the whole time, because that man could have killed me if he wanted to.
Yep. And then you know
But
what? When I had to go tell my testimony at church, and this in my book too, and the whole time when I was over there studying the night before, he kept saying, you want to tell your testimony? What you going to say? Is you going to say something about me?
Ain't that something?
The whole damn time he want to know. I said, what? No, I'm not about to say that. I'm about to speak whatever God give me. That's where I'm going to go with it.
That's
He
right.
just kept worried about it the whole day going night and day. You ain't going to say nothing about me. What is you doing that you so worried about?
Didn't want to be exposed.
Yeah, but you know you wrong for you to keep saying that.
That's right.
You hear
Yeah,
me?
most don't like to be exposed.
Yes. The night I woke up to go tell my testimony, this man did not come home all night long. But before that night, he walked past me while I was studying in my Bible. And I looked at him and I told him, I said, the devil don't wear the red suit. The devil wear little booty shorts, tight jeans, and high heels. I said, and the enemy don't want you to go where I'm going.
That's right.
I kept telling him, I said, do you understand? He looking at me strange. And this man did not come home that night. See, the enemy was trying to stop me from going to tell that testimony.
Of course.
So when I got up that morning, the old me would have stayed there, put all his clothes out and everything. But honey, I got in that shower, put them clothes on, and I got up out of there. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And I was on that pulpit up there, and you could feel the devil trying to pull me off. It was like a rope was on me, and it was trying to pull me off. You hear me? The next night when I got home, this man, I went to sleep on the couch. He got on the couch and laid beside me at the end of the couch. And this man said he woke up out his sleep and he grabbed me real tight. And I looked at him and I said, what did God show you? He said, God showed me that you left me. Please don't never leave me. I was away from that man within 2 weeks after he had that dream.
Ain't that something?
Yes. That came from prayer. Because God already knew my heart. He already knew that I was finished with it. I was tired. I was drained. My kids is not little no more. They grown. But he messed around and tried to still play me when my kids got grown. No, baby, it ain't nobody but me now. That's what gave me more strength, God and my children being grown and on their own.
You had the same experience, didn't you, D?
Well, she done got in the car on live now.
Lord. Jesus, be a fence, Lord.
I can't even see the live.
They just need to leave it alone. They need to leave it alone. Just go. If he said he about to leave, he just need to go his way. She need to go her way, and they just need to call it a day. That's it. Just call it quits.
Yeah. Just make this quits, girl. Just let it go. It's too much. It done went beyond toxic. Like this is crazy.
And
it's crazy.
She should really want to be away from him because he's angry. When she clicked on that live today,
because she keeps saying that I'm the queen of this relationship and this and that and this and that. But I'm trying to understand, who are you? Who do you have this beef with? Who is this beef with? Because you're making it seem like it's another woman. Who is the other woman? See, This is where I'm just coming from. She's so much wrapped in her goddamn mind.
It's everybody. Because he makes her insecure with everybody. His subscribers is everybody. It's every woman.
Yeah. She's very insecure.
Yeah.
She has an insecure spirit.
That's why she don't need nobody right now. She need to go relax and heal. She is damaged so bad until she don't know it. She is damaged.
Yep. Damaged.
Somebody in the chat asked her, what happened in your life? I'm trying to figure that shit out too. Like, for real.
She's just a codependent person, She just didn't get most of us.
It's just not going to die down. This is what we're going to see for the next couple of days. And I just pray it just don't get worse.
Me too. Me too. You know, hopefully she'll listen to these people's platforms.
Then she wishy-washy because she talking about, I don't know why, but y'all keep talking about my eye. My eyes is fine. There's nothing wrong. But you told us he didn't punch you in the eye. That's why they keep asking you about your eye.
She making excuses now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I did it. You know, he would do something and I would say something about it, then I would come up with this excuse.
Yeah. But she's talking about other men bought her this and other men bought her that. She's making a statement, I guess, about them breaking up. I don't know. Just go to sleep. You need to go to sleep somewhere. Because honey, it's just getting too much, and that's what's the whole YouTube streets is about right now.
She makes me. I don't even want to talk about it no more because she's never going to admit that she got a problem. He got a problem. They both need help. They both need to heal. They both had trauma over their lives, you know, and it's still progressing. It's getting worse. She's never going to realize that she only focuses on Teresa. That's it. That's it, and that's all.
Right. Right, because that's what's happening right now. I don't know. He's so worried about T wanting him back. T don't want that man, baby. Girl. Now he back and she back. They hey, look, y'all.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on off here, but Erica and D, I sure appreciate y'all for coming up here and we touching and agreeing together. On our experiences, and we just thank God for each other because we all have been there and done that, and we back and we thank God, and that's it. That's all. Y'all have a blessed day. Thanks everybody that came in, and hopefully I won't be back tonight. I'm tired now.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll talk again, baby. I really enjoyed. I enjoyed myself.
I enjoyed both of y'all, and I love y'all. And y'all have a good night.
And I love y'all too, and you do the same, sweetheart.
Too. All
Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Night.
Bye.